Welcome children to the session 2 of decision control structure chapter 6. In the previous session we discussed about if statement, and in this session we will be discussing about if else statement, if else ladder and the switch statement. So we'll see what is if else statement now. The if else is a logical situation where either of the two actions are to be performed depending on the specific condition. So if else in if statement, when the condition which is given inside the if statement is true, then what is written next to that, that is what is a block inside the if that gets executed. Whereas in if else statement, if that condition is true, then whatever is written inside the if statement, the block of statements written inside the if statement gets executed. Or if that condition is false, then inside the else block, that is whatever is written next to below the else statement, the block of statements will get executed. So that means if the condition evaluates to true, then the statements which is written inside the body of the if block are executed. Otherwise, the statements in the else block gets executed. Syntax is if Boolean expression, true statements, then else false statements. So here if the Boolean expression is true, then it executes the true block statement, else it executes the false statements. Now we will see the example. This is an example for if else statement. Class largest. So this program is to find out the largest among two numbers. So here two numbers are received as int a and int b. Then next is if a is greater than b. So if this condition is true, that is if a is greater than b, then the true block statement, that is the greatest number, will be printed as a. And if this condition is false, then else part will get executed, that is the greatest number is b. So once this condition is false, definitely b will be the greatest, isn't it? So we'll run and check the program. Right click, void main. So I'm giving 10 and 5, give OK. So the greatest number is 10. Next type is if else if ladder. The if else if ladder is an extension of the if else conditional branching statement. It is used when we have to check multiple conditions before taking an action. So, or decision. So, if else if ladder is used when there are multiple conditions to be checked. So, in if else statement, only one condition we can check, and based on that one condition, if that condition is true, if block will get executed. If that condition is false, then else block will get executed. Suppose if that first condition is false, if we wanted to check one more condition, or we need to check more conditions, then we will use this if else if ladder. So syntax is if Boolean expression 1. So this is a first condition. So if that condition is true, then statements 1 will get executed. Or you can check if else. We can use if else. So else if, we need to use else if Boolean expression 2, then statements 2 inside the block, then again else if Boolean expression 3, then again statements 3, and we can have any number of conditions can be checked using this if else if ladder. Then at last we can mention else. So this, if all these expressions or all these conditions are false, then else part will get executed. This is an example for if else if ladder. So class smallest. So this program is to find out the smallest among three numbers. So there are three numbers which is input by the user, and we need to find out which is the smallest among that. So public static void main, we are receiving int a, int b and int c from the user. Then if a is less than b and a is less than c. So we are using a logical operator here, a logical AND. So that means both the expression, that is a less than b and a less than c, must be true. Then the complete if statement becomes true. So if a is less than b means a should be less than b and a should be less than c. That means a is lesser than b and c. So if this condition is true, then definitely the smallest number will be a. And if that is false, then we are again checking b is less than a and b is less than c. If b is less than a and if b is less than c means b will be lesser than a and c. So definitely the smallest number will be b. And if both these conditions are false, then definitely c will be the smallest number, isn't it? So this is a program where we are checking smallest among the three numbers. Then we'll run the program. Smallest void main. So I'm giving 10, 5 and 25. So here the smallest number is b. So we'll see what is the output. So the smallest number is 5. Next type of conditional statement is switch statement. The switch statement is used when there is a requirement to check multiple conditions in a program. So it is a substitute of large series of if-else-if statements. So switch statement will be used when there is a requirement to check multiple conditions. So you know what is if-else-if ladder, isn't it? So if that condition will be checked, again if else if, inside that again one more condition can be checked. So like that we can have multiple if else if. Okay. And if there are numerous number of if else if, then instead of that we can substitute it with switch statement. And we'll see the syntax. Switch of expression. So switch of expression means we need to write switch. So that is a keyword. So inside that what we are going to check, that expression we need to write, not the condition. Okay, expression we need to write. And case label 1, statements 1, break. So case is again a keyword. So case label 1. So what is according to the expression we need to label here. So if the expression is of character type, then case character we can mention. And if the case is expression is an integer, then here we can mention an integer. Okay, and it will be more clear when I'm explaining it with an example. And then we need to mention a break after the case. Once the statements are done, many statements we can mention here, not only one statement, multiple statements we can mention there. And then once after all the statements are mentioned, mention a break there. Then again case label to statements. So again we can have multiple cases like that. At last, if all these cases are false, then the default will get executed. So again default is a keyword, default, that is a spelling. Okay, so that is a switch syntax. Now let us see the example. So this program is used to, or this program we are writing so that the user will be entering a number, and based on that we are, or the program will print the corresponding month. So you know there are 12 months starting from January, February, March, April and ending with December. So you know first month is January and 12th month is December. So this program will find out or print the corresponding months. The user will be entering a number, and based on it the program will give the corresponding month. So here public static void main of int n, then switch of n. So what is the number the user is entering, based on that only the switch is going to work. Okay, and the expression here is 1 because the user will be entering 1, so we are checking with a match. Okay, so that is if this n is equal to 1. So if this condition is true, then it will print out January. Okay, and suppose if it is not matching, then it will check whether it is case 2, whether n, that is if the user has entered 2, then 2 is equal to 2 will be checked. Okay, like that, whatever the number the user has entered, suppose if the user has entered 5, then first it will check whether 5 is equal to 1. No. Then it will check 2 is equal to 5. No. Again 3 is equal to 5. No. Then again 4 is equal to 5. No. Again 5 is equal to 5. The condition is true. Then what is the program code we have written inside that particular case that will get executed. So we have written only one statement here, that is May. So our output will be May because the fifth month is May. And afterwards there is a break statement here, and the break statement is compulsory here because whenever there is a match is find out, then after that we need not to check the rest of the cases, isn't it? Because our output is done already. Then in such cases we need to come out of the further checking. For that we need to use a break statement. Understood? So after every cases, break is compulsory, and it is not a mistake that if we don't write a break. So if we don't write a break, what happens is the next statements also will get executed. Understood? So fifth case is satisfied, and again there is no break after that. That means the next cases also will be simply printing. So that is what when you don't write a break in between the cases. Okay, so we'll see the output. Right click, void main. So here I'm giving 10. So 10th month is October. So we'll see what is the output. So October. So that is the output, and we will once again check, like if I don't write a break statement, for example, after sixth case I'm missing a break statement. Okay, so I'm giving control K, class compile, no syntax errors. So I am missing a break statement in the case 6. So while running we'll enter the sixth month. So void main, I'm entering 6. So we'll see what is the output. Give OK. So now you have, so sixth month is June, but July also got printed because there is a break statement missing in between. Understood? So with this, your today's session is completed. I hope you are clear with if statement, if else statement, if else if ladder, and switch case. So all these things are very important. Please go through the video once or twice to make it more clear. Okay. Thank you.